Chuck's got a deadline to meet, and we're showing you how he's doing it. When we last saw Chuck, he had a landscape and a basic road network. Chuck now needs to create a lot of urban activity to fill up his city. As you can see here, Chuck has created a lot of different houses. What may not be so obvious is that all these different houses come from one basic design. Let's have a closer look. Chuck's cut down on creation time with Parcel Editor, Ürban PAD's graphic design tool. The houses we just saw are the result of the procedural template that Chuck is now going to create. If you like, you can imagine this template as a kind of paintbrush with built-in diversity. First, Chuck needs to convert his meshes to Ürban PAD's GCF format. Chuck simply downloads his meshes into Ürban PAD's mesh converter and can start using them. You can convert from Maya, Collada, or most any other graphics file format. Here, Chuck creates the base of his house. He uses a Parcel Editor policy to randomize the mesh selection and adds another house shape and color. Next, he adds different roof shapes to diversify the appearance of the house. By doing this, Chuck builds the two possibilities into one paintbrush. The city simulator will select between these two every time it places a house during city generation. Basically, this means that Chuck is creating a magic paintbrush or template that can paint more than one type of house. This lets Chuck introduce variety into his urban content without creating lots of different variations of the same basic object. Now, Chuck adds a border to his house to give it some extra detail. Chuck can also create a link to another template. Here, he links to a garage. This is how a different procedural brush and all its variations can make up part of another procedural brush. These paintbrushes or templates are composable, which makes their variety practically infinite. Chuck can also add decorations, or a car, and a garage. As we saw with the houses, Chuck is programming these options into the paintbrush itself. These simple additions give variety to the look of his house. Here, you see all the different templates or paintbrushes that come from one simple description. The built-in variety of the templates gives the finished city a diverse look. These paintbrushes form the basis of what we call activities in City Designer, the city simulation component of Ürban PAD. When Chuck has finished creating his paintbrushes in Parcel Editor, he'll program them in City Designer. City Designer will then paint his city according to his instructions. So what did Chuck learn today? Chuck can use one description to create many different urban objects of the same type. Remember, it's the same type of object, but the look is different with each regeneration. This is a great way to get rich content from one basic step. Work once and generate as many times as you want. Chuck can repeat the process for all the different kinds of urban content he wants to create. These objects can be placed automatically or by hand. Chuck is always in control. Next time, putting it all together from content to city.